welcome back to my channel. Today's video is super exciting. Yesterday in the post I received 2 of the new palettes and yeah, I've been playing around with them all yesterday. I've been testing the longevity of the shadows, testing the longevity of the highlighters, and I'm ready to give you a review. First of all, I would like to say congratulations to Soph, or Soph Does Nails, for her collaboration with Makeup Revolution. I love Makeup Revolution myself. Most of the items have always worked out for me. Most of my eyeshadow palettes in my drawer are Makeup Revolution, and they do one of the best highlighters as well, and they're all super affordable. So knowing that one of my favourite YouTubers has collaborated with one of my favourite brands was absolutely exciting. And so straight away, for the first time in my life, I have jumped on the website straight away on the Wednesday at 10:30. Never done that before, so my heart was beating like crazy. And I've placed my order. And I would also like to say thank you to Tam Beauty for sending in complimentary brush. I'm excited to try that. But anyway, so before we jump right into the palette, I would like to talk to you about the structure of this video. I have filmed 4 eyeshadow looks, and I have also swatched on my cheekbones all of the highlighters from the highlighting palette. And I am going to insert those right after me finish talking, and then we're gonna go through the actual palette one by one. So let's roll the clips. now that you've seen the demos of the 4 different looks you could create with this eyeshadow palette, I can tell you straight away that there are many more looks that you can create with it depending on your preferences, where you're going, and just all of that jazz. The eyeshadow palette comes in this cute little packaging, as you can see. I'm gonna leave a link down below for Soph's actual announcement video, where she actually talks about the choice for the packaging, choice of the eyeshadows, and just all of that jazz, so I don't have to repeat myself. This eyeshadow palette is cruelty free and vegan, so any of you who do care about these types of things, the palette is definitely a good choice for you. It retails for £10, which is the usual standard price for Makeup Revolution palettes. I was really happy to know that they didn't spike up the price of these palettes just because it was a collaboration. But yeah, so let's take out the palette so I can actually show you what it looks like. The packaging looks like this, and I just adore this packaging. I think it's very special and unique, and it definitely differentiates the fact that it's a collaboration with Soph and it's not just any other standard Makeup Revolution palette. When you open it up, it doesn't come with any brush because the entire thing is just filled with eyeshadows, and you have a massive mirror right here, which I have been using throughout the entire filming of the different eyeshadow looks, and it is a really good mirror, very clear, very good standard. And then these are the eyeshadows. Now, I have to say, I absolutely love the colour choice. Soph likes her warm tones, and to be fair, so do I. So I'm definitely happy with the colour choice, and I just love it. And as she pointed out, it's from anywhere from normal everyday look to nighttime looks to Christmas looks to summer looks to autumn looks. Just everything you need, you do have in this palette. Now, talking about the pigmentation of these eyeshadows, I think I am super impressed with these eyeshadows. I think they are pigmented as they should be. I think that the shimmers are pigmented as well. Most of the shimmers I have applied with my finger rather than a brush, but that I do with even high-end palettes, so that doesn't make any difference to me. And I would even go as far as saying that these eyeshadows, the quality of these eyeshadows is just as good as any of my other high-end palettes, such as the Too Faced Sweet Peach. I think that they're both just as pigmented. So I think that, you know, buying this palette, you'd be saving £30. As Soph has pointed out, some of these eyeshadows are a little bit more crumbly. So for example, let me remember the shade name, Grow Old, which is this one, like really dark, goldeny, browny, shimmery colour. It is very clumbery. It is very crumbly, but nothing that you can't work with. The fallout is absolutely minimal, so you don't have to do your eyes before doing your face because you can just brush it off and everything's fine. And yeah, I don't have literally any negatives about this eyeshadow palette. I think it is stunning. I think Soph has done an amazing job, and I even love the names. They're just cute because it comes with the sheet like this, and you have all the names on it, so you can tell what your eyeshadows are called, and it adds a little bit more personality to the eyeshadows, which is always great. The eyeshadows that I have gravitated mostly to were Fairy Lights, Pink Champagne, Iced Coffee, Tiramisu, Peaches, Cloudberry Pumpkin, Strawberry Sweets, Festive Flame, Grow Old, Petrol, Mixed Berries, and Rosewood. And also another thing to point out with these eyeshadow palettes, Soph mentioned that you can use them as eyebrow products and also contour. I have not tried out the contour, but I can tell you that the shade Rosewood is perfect for my colour of my eyebrows. It gave me a really natural look for my eyebrows, which is something that I always look for in eyebrow product, so that's always a bonus. So definitely, if I am going anywhere, I will be taking this eyeshadow palette with me because I have absolutely everything in there. It's like really compact, so it's good to travel with, and I can also use it for eyebrows, so all I then need is just my spoolie and hairspray. So I would definitely recommend this eyeshadow palette to anyone who wants to try out Makeup Revolution, who doesn't have this colour range in their collection. But I mean, to be fair, I have millions of palettes with these kind of colour ranges, and I still bought this because I think it's amazing. And also for anyone who likes soft dust nails. So yeah, let's move on to the clips showing you the highlighters. Now that the clips are over, you can see I tried to show you how blinding they are. By the way, I forgot to say to you, all of the highlights that you see, all of the reflections, there are no artificial lights behind the camera. I am literally just using natural lighting. I'm sat right in front of the mirror, so you can see that the highlighters are definitely reflective and blinding, because otherwise they wouldn't show up on the camera, because I definitely do have some highlighters in my collection that do not show up because of natural lighting, like they just don't show up. But anyway, so the palette with the highlighters looks like this. Again, absolutely stunning packaging. I'm just gonna say a lot of absolutely, but I really do love it. Again, great job at the packaging for Serve and Make a Revolution. I think that's amazing. And then you open it up like this. This one doesn't have a mirror, but I don't think it's necessary if you have both of these palettes. And the highlighters look like this. And as you can see, they have tried to cater for both darker skin tones as well as the lighter skin tones. With the colour of the foundation that I am using right now, this lightest highlighter is definitely a bit too light for me, but it will be perfect for winter. So I am like the palest of them all in the winter, so that'll be great. Now in this entire highlighting palette, there are only 3 shades that I cannot personally pull off on my skin tone, but I can definitely use them for eyeshadows, and those are these 3 highlighters. Nope, no, these 3, these 3, there you go. These 3 highlighters, they are the bronzy, coppery looking like ones, and then this golden one. The golden one I could semi-pull off, but I'd have to be really careful on how much I actually put on my cheekbones with that. But everything else, I absolutely love. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baked highlighters, and then the other are just standard highlighting formula. I do find the baked highlighters a lot more pigmented, but other than that, I think they're all still as pigmented. With some, you might want to put 2 layers on if you want a super blinding, but with the baked one, you're definitely good to go with the first layer, like this one. As you can see, it's absolutely stunning. I actually like this palette a lot more than the Makeup Revolution I definitely like this palette a lot more than the Makeup Revolution Ultra Glow Pro palette. I still love that palette. That used to be my favourite highlighting palette, but comparing it to this one, I like this one a lot more. And again, this eyeshadow palette. This highlighting palette is £8, which is amazing. Again, the standard price that they charge for their highlighting palettes. And again, it is vegan and cruelty free. So again, if you do care about those types of things, this palette has you covered. So yeah, guys, would I recommend these palettes? Absolutely. I mean, just if you want to try out anything from Makeup Revolution, if you want to add any products to your collection with Makeup Revolution, or if you just want to support Soft Does Nails, you will not regret the purchase. At least I don't think you will, because as I mentioned, the eyeshadows are just as pigmented as my Too Faced Wit Peach palette, which is brilliant. They're blendable. With wet brush, I'm sure you can make the shimmery shadows pop a lot more, but I used my finger and that worked out perfectly fine. You have some unique colours in those eyeshadow palettes, like the one that I'm wearing on my eyes right now. Absolutely amazing. You have a massive colour range in there, so you're covered for all types of different occasions. With the highlighting palette, you have different shades that you could possibly need, as well as 2 different formulas. I would say that it will work out a lot more for light to medium skin tones and darker skin tones, but you can still use it if it doesn't work out for you. You can still use it as eyeshadows for halo eyes or anything like that. And they're so affordable. Like, Makeup Revolution is one of the most affordable brands in drugstore. The eyeshadow palette is £10, the highlighting palette is £8. If you save up your pocket money, or if you ask for it for Christmas, it's bargain, because I don't know how about you, but if I were to ask my parents for Christmas for a £40 eyeshadow palette, they'd laugh in my face. So this one's definitely one of those palettes, any of these two, that they'll be like, yeah, okay, I mean, it's affordable. But yeah, one last thing, with all the eyeshadows, that eyeshadow looks that I've shown you, of course you can jazz it up and make it a lot more fancier and a lot more put together if you add eyeliner and fake eyelashes. I just chose not to do that for the sake of my eyes, because my eyes really sting now. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful in any way. The eyeshadows and highlighters last pretty long time, like my 8-hour shifts, they'll last perfectly fine. Please subscribe if you haven't already, if you like all the content that I put out on my channel. I try to upload every single day other than Saturday and Sunday. Like and comment, especially comment if you want to chat to me about this collection, this collaboration I mean. As I said, I'll leave the link down below of Soph's announcement video so you can learn a bit more about these palettes if you haven't already. And other than that, I hope you're having an amazing day wherever in the world you are. Just know that you're loved and appreciated no matter what, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!